If there's one thing I can recommend you guys to really work on in writing when you do your CELPIP exam is making sure you have the right ideas and a structure before you start writing it down. So when we have students who score 11 or 12 in writing, and the best teachers I have on my team, all of them have a common practice, and that is making the outline. When I was experienced, when I was teaching for over 10 years, even after that, I was making an outline, even though I don't need to, right? Like my ideas flow, but I still did. And that practice you should do no matter how confident you get, because you will never be in a situation where this will not help. This will always help you guys. So let's see what we have to do in order to make an effective outline and how much time should we spend. Let's talk about time. The writing task has around 26 minutes for you for task 1 and task 2. What you got to do is just spend 2 to 3 minutes on writing the outline, and this is very important. Now you can write it down on a piece of paper that is provided to you, or you can just write it down on your answer. Okay, so just a few words of outline, then you write your essay, and then you come up and delete your outline. Of course, you don't want to send it with the exam, and even if you do, it's not a big deal, but it's better just to keep it simple and not send it. Now, with this outline, in 2 to 3 minutes, what you're doing is making your task response marks effective and your structure marks secured as well. Because here's what happens. Mostly, students know the idea of the question. However, once they go to paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, they start deviating from the answer. And that's what we notice all the time. So why does that happen? Paragraph 1, you are so on point, and paragraph 2 and 3, you are doing some other answer, you're answering some other question. The reason is because people forget what the question exactly was, and they're pressured at that time. They don't go back and look at the question. Right now, if you make the outline, you have just read the question, it's fresh in your memory, so you would make the perfect outline, and all you have to do is follow it later on. Now, how many points should we make per question? Let's talk about task 1 first. Task 1, have a look at this, guys. This is an informal letter question. So it says you're studying at a private school, and there's many international students, and you're planning a surprise birthday party for a friend who has been feeling particularly sad and homesick. Now you got to write to this person, and invite him or her to a party. Okay, explain the reason for the party, give the date and time of the party, and suggest what the classmate could bring to the party. A good task response ensures that you have 2 points per question. So, for example, if you say explain the reason for the party and you write an answer and you say that it's been a while since we did a party, I think it's going to be really good if everybody joins, and because it's been such a long time, it's going to be a great reunion. The examiner might say, yeah, you answered the question, but you didn't answer it enough, and cut your marks. But if you give the examiner 2 points, then there's no reason for them to ever take a mark off for a task response. So always make sure to do 2 points per question with task 1. Let's do one here. So explain the reason for the party. Let me just write it down right here. This is for bullet point 1, okay? Now, a friend has been homesick, right? So that's one reason, of course. So we're writing this letter to our classmate, and one reason is going to be that I want to invite you to my party because you are homesick. And another point is going to be plus it's been a while. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. There's nothing more I'm going to write. I'm not going to make it any bit fancier. It's just that, it's an outline. When we start writing our essay, we're going to expand on these ideas. But right now, just 2 points. Now, in the second bullet point, you're lucky they have given you the 2 points itself. So you have the date and time. First, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the date. Okay, so I'm going to invite you, or let's plan this party on this date, and time as well. And that's it. Those are the 2 points. You might be thinking, these are too simple. But when we write the outline, our intention is to later expand on it. For example, when you're giving the date, it's going to be, okay, let's have the party on the 19th of September because it is a Sunday and most people are off at that time since now we're working. Hence, it would be best. Second sentence in that paragraph would be, Also, I believe most of us have kids now and and activities on Sunday afternoons, which would make it appropriate to put this in the evening time, maybe around 5. You see, with just 2 points, simple, it's written here date and time, but it's your job later to elaborate those. Hence, you can make a really good paragraph that way. And then we have number 3, suggest what the classmate could bring. Let's pay attention to what is being said in the question. Suggest what the classmate could bring. Sometimes it would say, suggest the things the classmate could bring. And if it's things, you have 2 points, bring this thing, A, and this thing, B. That would have been your 2 points. Sometimes it says, suggest one thing that the classmate could bring. It doesn't really say anything here, singular or plural. So what we can do is assume, for example, that maybe we just have to suggest one thing. So how do you make 2 points from one thing? Well, the first point is going to be simple. The first point is going to be the one thing they should bring, which is the cake. You know, bring the cake and bring it from this shop. They have the best one. That's your whole sentence. The next point is going to be why. Okay, always think of why and how when you don't have more to say, because I just have cake, so now what? My second point will be, why should we bring this? Because back home, they make the same types of cakes like the ones that are in this shop, and it's going to be a reminder of what's back home. So again, the topic is this guy is homesick, and that's why I'm kind of relating it to that part. So bring a cake because it will remind us of home. Or it will remind that student who's been feeling a little down. It'll remind the classmate about the hometown or about home. And that's it. That's simply it. How long does this take? Well, my explanation, because I'm talking, takes maybe 3 minutes, but if you just cut out all the explanation I'm doing, it's like 20 seconds. But again, I want to set the time 2 to 3 minutes for this, just because you guys are starting out. You might have some troubles initially, but honestly, if you do this practice, you have a list of questions and you keep practicing, making 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, this becomes really fast. And now you have a complete guide. Now you don't even need to look back at this question. Just continue with your continue with your task 1 letter. And whenever you need an idea, you're coming up here and putting in these ideas in your body paragraphs. That's it. That's all you need. Let's go to part 2, and this is your task 2. Your local gym has decided to set extra time for group information sessions on nutrition. However, they are also contemplating replacing that with Zumba classes in order to provide a more commonly recognized and proven activity. In your opinion, which option should the gym undertake? So, should we have Zumba classes or should we have information on healthy eating seminars? Both are good options. Now, first, you got to pick an opinion. In your outline, this is the one thing you're going to do differently from task 1. You're going to put an opinion. So let me put an opinion, which is Zumba classes. And if you have my template, you already know that there's going to be 2 points on your side in body 1 and 2 opposing points on the other side. If you don't have my template, simply type on YouTube AIDS Education templates and you'll find everything that you need pretty much. Okay, so assuming we're in body 1, we need 2 points supporting our opinion. Zumba classes, 1 is because it is a proven activity. Everybody does it all around the world. So it's recognized. I'm going to bring it all in one sentence. It's not a separate point. Because it's proven, it's recognized, and it's highly popular, there must be a reason why it works, and it will attract more attention due to the popularity. That's my first point. The second point about Zumba classes, let's think about it. So Zumba classes, of course, reduce weight. They are exciting as well, right? So they are exciting. Let's put that in. Exciting, and that will draw attention. So that will draw attention for the gym. It's a good thing. They make money. For customers, it's a good thing. They lose weight. So exciting activity that draws attention and brings in more crowd, which is ultimately the goal of the gym. Okay, you got 2 points. That's it. Let's move on. Body 2. And here we're going to do 2 points against the healthy seminars, why we don't want to go with this. Now, if you're thinking this point, which I'm thinking right now, healthy seminars are going to be boring and people won't listen. I'm not going to write that. You know why? Because I just said that Zumba is exciting. So the opposite is the healthy seminars are boring. We can't do that, okay? That is not going to give you another point. It probably will reduce points because it shows that you cannot think of something else. You can just do body 1 this and body 2 opposite. So no, we got to come up with something else. I'll give you another example. When people say in deforestation essays, for example, that deforestation is bad, it's bad for the environment, and then body 2 they would say, but also deforestation could help the environment by getting rid of maybe bugs or something. It's incorrect. If you have the exact opposite, it's incorrect. It should be a fresh point every time. Okay, so 2 points here and 2 points body 2, 4 points, all of them should be fresh. Let's think again about information on healthy eating seminars. So one thing we can say is it is just theory without practical examples. So in seminars, everybody's talking, nobody's showing what to do, and it's impossible to show what to do because it takes weeks to show weight loss and physique changes. So without examples, it's not very effective. That's one point that I'm going to make. Another point is that young people, so be careful. I'm not saying it's a boring activity for young people. I'm just saying young people will not attend, okay? So I'm going to make this a point where I say that young people are more about physical activity, or they're going to go with groups where there is movement. So this would most likely include only old people or people who are of an elder age who are going to attend these information sessions. So it will exclude a complete age group without providing that benefit to them. Okay, so that's why information sessions wouldn't help. And you have 2 points again on task 2. Guys, this is it. All right, this shouldn't take you too long, 2 to 3 minutes only. Try it out with some questions. Just make outlines first. Test your time. If it's taking you more than 3 minutes, you need to work harder on these questions. So what you can do is go for CELPIP writing questions. If you don't have some, honestly, there are some online, but there are also some you can make. For example, task 2, what it is usually a debating topic. Go with this option, go with that option. So you can Google debate topics, and there's always 2 sides. You can make brainstorming or do the outline for each side. For letters, there's lots. Even if you don't have CELPIP letters, you have IELTS letter topics, lots of them. So you can easily practice from there. So do your outlines, and the more you do, the lower your time will be. As you can see, I barely took half a minute here, and without explanation, I would do the same thing here. Now, once you do this, start writing as well, and you will see the difference. You'll be super organized. Your task response will be perfect because now you're answering the question because you know at the start of the question what was being asked, and that's where you should make your points, not 20 minutes in. And that's it, guys. I hope this advice helps you. Once again, this is what really trained teachers do. This is what the best students do, so you should do it too if you're not doing this already. If you like this content, please subscribe, and if you find more value in this, please like and share as well. It would greatly help our channel. Thank you once again, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care.